Hello, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I wanted to discuss the concept of leveling up. So, the concept of wanting to level up means that you want to achieve a higher level of success in your life. It could mean you want to be more physically attractive, more mentally intellectual, more behaviorally successful and more sociable, or any other thing that you want to improve about yourself. The concept of wanting to level up is very common and very popular, but today I want to talk about it from a psychological perspective and see if there's anything that psychology can tell us to help in the journey of leveling up and achieving success in areas that we want to improve in our lives. And today, I'm going to talk about two theories that might help in the journey of leveling up. So, the first theory is called behavioral confirmation. So, this theory is a type of self fulfilling prophecy where people's social expectations lead them to behave in ways that cause them to confirm their expectations. There are 4 steps that need to happen for the prophecy to come true. The first step is the perceiver adopts a belief about the target. Next, the perceiver behaves towards the target in a way that makes the belief true. Third, the target fits their behavior to fit the perceiver's beliefs. And lastly, the perceiver interprets the target's behavior as confirming their previous beliefs. Basically, it's kind of like fake it until you change it. This behavior confirmation theory, I am going to link to self-presentation theory. And this theory states that the act of expressing oneself and behaving in ways designed to create a favorable impression or an impression that corresponds to one's ideals. What does this all mean? Let's say you want to become more physically attractive in a sense that you want to become more classy or dress better and have a better sense of style. So to do this, you can use the self-presentation theory to present yourself in that manner, in that classy, beautiful, nicely dressed, nicely put together manner. When you start dressing that way and acting that way, you present yourself in your ideal vision. And this makes people take an impression of you and adopt it as a belief about you. So now we switch to the behavioral confirmation theory, where because people view you in the classy, put together, fashionable idea that you've presented in the first place, you start behaving in that way to match their beliefs. And so their beliefs kind of become your truth. It very much is a cycle if you think about it. So the next theory that I'm going to present is called the social learning theory. So the social learning theory is the theory that we learn our social behaviors by observing and imitating and being rewarded and punished. So the social learning theory can be utilized by knowing that people are attracted to like-minded others. This is based on research, and the link can be found in my article linked in the description below. So if you want to level up, you're more likely to befriend and be close to people who are either on the level that you want to get to or people who are on the same journey as you. And so when you befriend these people, social learning theory comes into play when you observe their behaviors, you observe the way they talk, the way they walk, the way they behave, the way they act, their mannerism. And that way, that learning, you input it into your brain and you start adapting those behaviors. In my opinion, this step comes second to the behavioral confirmation, because when you confirm your behavior, you're sort of changing the idea about you. And then when you're socially learning, you've kind of gotten to that level and you're just refining and tweaking the knowledge and the behavior that you already have. So you become more fluent in that behavior. The way that I'm approaching leveling up is very much based on the internal locus of control, which I talked about in my last video, which means that you are in control of the outcome of your life, and any changes and modifications and actions you take are going to result in a change in the outcome of your life. And I think adopting an internal locus of control really helps us change ourselves. Instead of thinking, I'm always going to be at the level that I think I'm born at, we should adopt an idea or an attitude that says, no, I can change it if I just put my heart into it, do some research, and really act on whatever knowledge that I already have. And of course, put your best foot forward. I think leveling up is very, very important in people's lives, whether it is physically or internally in a spiritual or a mental way. It's great for people to always want to improve themselves and have the best version of themselves possible be put forward into the world. Staying curious, I think, is a characteristic that we need to keep from childhood and actually refine it and use it as a growth tool in our life to gain life satisfaction and happiness. So, those are my two theories, more like 3 or 2.5. If you want to read more about the theories and go more in depth in specifically this topic or any of the other topics that are on my channel, everything is going to be linked in the description for my personal website. I love writing articles, and I think my articles dive more in depth and in detail about each topic and each theory. The YouTube channel is more for entertainment and to sort of give a bite-sized little piece of information for people and to encourage them to learn more about psychology. And if you have any more thoughts or opinions or ideas, feel free to comment them in the comments below. I'd love to read your ideas, see where you come from, if you agree, if you disagree, if you think there are other theories that I could have talked about. And also, please feel free to like and subscribe for more content. I love making things like this, and I'm really excited for writing more about different topics and different ideas that come to me. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time on my next video. Take care.